All right, family, I'm so glad you could join me. We're continuing. We are on a roll, ain't we? I just wanted to share with you a little bit. I did talk about spiritual growth plan in the other video. And now I want to talk about what I like to consider more so like a recap and grow stronger in faith. God is... I feel like that's what I do in my little Sunday school. God is a spirit. Okay, God is a spirit, and he dwells in us, and he gives us great life lessons through our everyday lives. So today, with my recap and grow stronger in faith, once again, this is something that I've come to learn to do through God. He's teaching me stuff in life, you know. I'm listening. I'm doing my best to listen now. But I did talk about spiritual growth plan, and I talked about how some people have New Year's resolutions and goals and all that great stuff. And now on the recap and growing stronger and growing, greater in faith is when the rubber meets the road. And I just wanted to say that. I think it's a cool saying when people say that. But anyways, look, it's when, sometimes we do set upon your personal growth plans or whatever spiritual growth plans, New Year's resolutions, and sometimes the year just takes us on another turn. That's how I felt for this year, at least for me. I do my little listings in November, and when I hit that January, boy, that year just took me on a 360. And that's God. That's God's in control. That's God's will. So what do you do when that happens? How do you regroup from that? I don't want people to feel like a failure because you got this list going and you didn't even touch any of the stuff that you wrote down, or you tried and you gave up, or you tried and circumstances took over. How about that? And you were not able to accomplish whatever projects, goals, or dreams, desires that you had for yourself. You know what I do when stuff like that happens? I recap. Literally sit there and I look and I think about it, and everything does happen for a reason, as cliche as that sounds. But believe it or not, there's a reason why stuff didn't move the way you wanted it to move. Just come to terms with it. Come to peace with it, because you do not want to carry that uneasy feeling into your new year. Because sometimes, if you're anything like me a little bit, back in the day, I used to kind of get upset. Like, can't believe the year went by and all I did was 3 months in the gym. I'm paying all this gym membership, and 12 months later, all I did was da-da-da-da. Oh, I can't believe, I started off on this project and I didn't finish it. And, so, sometimes you get into that and you start just guilting yourself and you go down the slope, but now God is teaching me to deal with it before the year is over. Say, okay, now regroup, taking a deep breath, exhale. Now, what am I going to do differently? Now, what stopped me from attaining what I wanted to attain in the first place? What can I do differently, as I mentioned earlier? And what is the lesson? Like, that's the biggest... Bottom line, above all the recap and everything, at the end of the day, God's teaching me lessons here. So I'm always like, okay, so what is the lesson? I could tell you, 2013, what my lesson has been. God has taught me a great deal about finances, a great deal. Everything I knew about finances went out the window this year because God opened my eyes and he's been teaching me a great deal about finances. He has taught me a great deal about greater, deeper trust in him. Sometimes we think we have trust in God, but it's times where I clearly didn't see it. How, when, but God was teaching me just how to pray in faith and to keep going. And I like to be honest with you, because as Christians, sometimes we sit there and we're in church, we're like, yeah, I got trust, I got faith, yep. And then when situations happen sometimes and you're by yourself, you're looking around like, Lord, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to make it through. And he's really taught me, he's dealt with me in that area, just to let go and let God for real. There's been times that I've let go and let God, but this time it's like,